Guys, it's time for the show.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's time for the show.
Is it Tuesday already?
It's Tuesday already, everybody.
Man, just
Tuesday, now renamed to Sun's Day. Little confusing.
We got that put through, did we?
Little confusing to a lot of people. You got Sunday, Monday, Sun's Day, Wednesday. It's real confusing.
Well, I heard that there was possibly they were going to do to alleviate some of that confusion is they were going to rename Wednesday to Tuesday.
I also heard they're getting rid of Sun's Day and making that Sun's Day 1, which is,
But
so you got Sun's Day 1, Monday, Sun's Day. What's Wednesday? Tuesday,
Thursday.
Thursday is still
Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sun's Day 1.
Yeah.
Monday, Sun's Day, Tuesday, Thursday.
Very simple, guys.
Yeah.
You'll get it in no time.
Here's how it looks on the calendar. SD1. M.
Who
SD.
They're called SD. It should be S.
S1. M.
Yeah.
S.
See?
And then T. Then T2. Terminator 2.
Right.
Because that's a day... Dude, we should watch Terminator 2.
We should watch a lot of things.
It's a good game.
Thursday. Anyway, guys, we're back.
Yeah, guys, it's another thrilling
35?
week.
Is that what episode it is? 36?
30... Yeah, 35 sounds right. Like we said last week, the year's just winding down. It's ridiculous.
Guys, we're getting done with it.
But the problem is, guys, is that even as the storybook closes on the year 2012...
The year of our Lord 2012.
Year of our Lord 2012. It doesn't stop the bloodshed.
What?
And the killing. Guys, recently there's been a conflict that's come to light to Tom C. and I. One that we think we need to pay tribute to.
Pay tribute to?
Well, not pay tribute, but we need to raise awareness.
Okay,
Sorry. Bad words.
Paying tribute to AIDS this week with our AIDS walk.
Yeah.
We don't normally say that, but...
Well, you could pay tribute to the survivors.
Yeah, you could, but you don't pay tribute to AIDS.
No, you sure don't. Anyway, so we were trying to raise awareness of this new conflict that I think a lot of people need to be made aware of. And I think what they're tossing around in the newsrooms right now, it's called the war in Black Ops 2.
The war in Black Ops 2.
The war in Black Ops 2.
Guys, this is
It's a major problem because...
It's horrifying.
We get emails. Our email boxes get full with soldiers on the front lines with their controllers, and they're saying the conditions that they have to fight in: cheese curl dust,
too much bloom on the TV,
too much bloom on the TV. That thing that happens with your eyes when you look at a screen for too long, and then you look at something else, and it's kind of weird. Sometimes
the power goes out.
These are real problems.
It's real problems, guys.
But in the end, I think what gets me the most, I don't know if Tom's the same way, but what gets me the most is all the people, all the gamers who are out there on the battlefield and they're dying. They're getting meleeed, they're getting rifled,
getting knifed, getting bombed by a jet fighter.
Yeah, they're getting roboted.
Getting hit by an RC car filled with gasoline or something.
Yeah, it's just atrocious, and we just want to take a time out of this.
When will it stop?
I also want to know that when will it stop? Where's the United Nations on this one? The United Nations of video games, which is
there's
a thing.
Billions dying. Guys, I heard in the first day of this war, more people died than has ever existed on Earth. Can you believe it?
That does not do my heart any good.
No.
That's for sure. And
it only continues.
We just want to take some time out of this week's podcast to just kind of remember some of the people who have perished in this terrible, terrible war.
Heroes of the war, but heroes of life as well.
Exactly.
Who are not dead.
People like George W. Bush Lover 72.
Weed Toke 420 X Sniper.
J.R.R. Token 42.
I like my dog 83.
Joss Whedon 420XXX.
I'm drunk right now 2834.
Pussy Lover 3 and then the less than sign. I don't know what that means.
Show _ me _ your _ butt _
Ninja Super Double Assassin Killa with an H period.
In the brackets, MLG, Butt Stomper. 1.
In the brackets, noob slayer with 3 R's, and I think they put an X where the A should be.
I'm a furry, 23 skidoo.
He's a furry, 24 skadon't.
I hate furries, 23 skidee.
More furry jokes, 25. Guys,
Tragic losses.
These are
men who had lives and
people
families.
who cannot be replaced. People who have cut down in the prime of their lives.
Thousands
probably
of times.
literally cut down with some kind of knife because they weren't paying attention.
Yeah, literally thousands of times killed.
And we just want the people at home to be aware that this is going on right in possibly your own living room.
Maybe in your living room, maybe in your neighborhood.
The war is everywhere now, guys.
The war is televised because it's only on TVs.
You can't see it, but I'm nodding my head in agreement.
It's tragic, guys. One day we'll be past this, but it probably
one day we'll be able to live.
Probably not until the next Black Ops war.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that how life works, guys? Tragic.
It's just el terrible.
Oh. Guys, we want to bring awareness to victims of the recent bombing in Afghanistan. Yeah, it's el terrible.
I don't know why you always find that so funny.
Okay, guy's immediately fired from his job. Indeed, Bob. El terrible.
And in the news today, another El Terrible superstar.
It would never, ever be okay. Guys, I'm sorry.
No, nobody would even...
If you're going in for your next reporter gig, don't use what you learned here.
No.
Don't say El Terrible.
No, because what they're going to say is they're going to say, you're overqualified and too good. Sons have taught you too well.
That's true. They will be aware of us. Guys, let's talk about it.
So, guys, all right. So, we recorded this. We don't record this when it comes out, despite earlier claims that we actually...
I thought we recorded it was live. Didn't we tell them that?
I was about to say, despite earlier claims that we record this every time that you listen to it.
Guys, take everything we say with a grain of salt.
Exactly. Because it'll make the flavor that much better.
But taste it first.
I think
Don't be one of those people who put salt on things before you taste it.
Well, if you're cooking something, you can still put salt in it.
Okay, if you're the cook and you're making it taste
good.
Yeah. But don't, if you're a patron.
Yeah, okay.
That's against the rules.
I got you. Anywho, so the day before we recorded this particular episode, we had a big ol' LAN party.
We call them LANs.
LAN party.
Using our son's LAN kit.
Son's LAN kit every single time. And guys, some of you might know that we, every so often, we LAN Age of Empires. This was a Halo 4 LAN, and it was big.
It was one of the biggest LAN parties I've ever had in my home.
Yeah.
It was the first time I've ever played Halo 4. Also.
Yes, it was also the first time.
For a few people at the party it was, but a few were experts also.
Yeah, so it was fun. I actually quite enjoyed it. Tom C and I, we're not the Halo experts here.
I played 3 online for maybe a month.
And like we said, we do reach occasionally.
Yeah.
But
we're not the Halo main audience.
No, absolutely not. But sorry. What ends up happening is it got me thinking about how popular the Halo series is. And don't get me wrong, I like playing Halo with my friends. It's good times.
Right.
You can do some wacky antics.
Wacky danktics.
Which I was all about.
Dude, we should tell about your exploits because they were unbelievable.
Are they really that unbelievable?
Here's the thing, guys. Real quick before we get into the main meat of it, sorry. Mr. D.marx, I'm Tom C, by the way. Mr. D.marx is what we like to call in the Halo player a vehicle guy. In that...
I preferred wingman.
Here's the deal. He's probably a competent shootist, probably a competent tanksman, but what he's really good at is hitting people with cars. Let me tell you a little story. So me and Matt, we were just chilling out. We were in the same room. Guys, we had multiple rooms with teams of 2 usually.
Yeah, it was 10.
10 people total.
10 people total.
We had 1 room of 5 and 2 rooms of 2. And so it was just me and my friend Matt, right? And we were all getting shot up, and I was following him. And I was like, man, it's really dangerous out here. And the second he says, yeah, out of nowhere comes D.marx running him over with a ghost and then flying away right in front of me. I'm still alive, and he's just like, there's a lot of cars around.
No, I think my favorite,
the funniest thing in the whole world.
my favorite part of the whole night. Well, I had tied for two. My favorite part of the whole night was one of capture flag that we did. So I was playing. I was using the Warthog, and I was defending the base of the Warthog, and two enemy teams, or two people on the enemy team, Baz and another friend of ours, came rolling in on their Warthog, and one of them actually got the flag, and they ran out of our base, jumped into the Warthog. So what I did was I brought the Warthog round to the front, I rammed into its front bumper, and I pinned it against the wall. And I was like, everybody on my team, I've got the Warthog pinned, everyone shoot it! And they couldn't move anywhere, and they were like trying to, but they just couldn't.
See, that's awesome.
And then another time was, I guess the map was that Ragnarok?
Well, we did do Ragnarok one time.
But
I don't know exactly the names, but it was that.
There was
no, Valhalla, wasn't it?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But there was another time where I just ran a Warthog off the edge of the map.
Somebody was telling me how you somehow slid next to somebody and launched them off a cliff. Too.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Anyway.
They were trying to get away, and I rammed them off.
I don't know how you do it, but that's kind of what he does in this game, and it's fantastic.
No, because the whole thing about that game is the fact that, since I know I'm not very good, I just try to have as much fun as physically possible.
And it usually works to great effect.
No, because they'll tell you I'm totally obsessed with the jetpack in that game.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I just want to fly around and have fun.
I mean, it usually works pretty well. But anyway, as you were saying...
Oh, right. That was the whole thing.
I got off track.
No, it's okay. Right. That was actually supposed to be a segue into something.
Yeah.
Right. So I was got to thinking how popular the Halo series in general is.
Right.
And, just how much that...
I've never heard of Halo before.
Well, okay. Well, it's about... I'm not going to go into it. Yeah,
okay.
Just look it up.
I'll follow along.
Maybe next time we do a little research.
Sorry.
Beforehand.
My fault, everybody.
But what I was thinking was, Halo's a really popular game.
Yes.
And I'm just not sure why.
I'll tell you why.
Tom, tell me why.
Because the first Halo was a game for the Xbox, which basically revived the Xbox, and it was pretty much probably one of the best shooters out at the time, period. Just straight up.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I mean, even before Halo was released, there were still those same concepts in games. I mean,
of course there was. But the thing was, Halo did it all pretty well. And for a system like the Xbox that didn't have much going on, that was the key there. And then number 2 came out, Halo 2, and that's when things went a little bit more crazy because basically it made the online experience work for Xbox entirely.
Yeah, that's true. I guess
that's why it's popular. It doesn't mean it's the greatest game on earth.
Well, I guess that's really why it's popular is because it was one of the first games to really stress online multiplayer stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, it was the first game who did it well.
Yeah. But then it got to me thinking about other so-called probably overrated games.
And I would say Halo is probably a little bit overrated.
Yeah. And
not that I don't enjoy it.
I want to put a caveat in before we go into this segment because I don't want our email boxes
exploding,
taking up too much room, so we can't get emails from the troops.
Our email carrier's back is breaking.
Yeah, it's just not good.
It's getting chased by dogs. They're catching up.
We're not saying that these games that we're going to mention in the next few segments are bad.
No,
most of them are pretty good, and most of them deserve to have some praise put behind them for one reason or another.
Yes,
it's just it gets to the point where we're just unsure why they're so popular.
Why they're that popular?
Yeah, exactly. And Halo's one of those games. Halo is a competent shooter. Not
the best shooter of all time.
No, but
though it might be remembered as such.
But I mean, the thing
by video game
historians who go back and look at the video game records.
Yeah,
it's like I said, it's a competent game. Controls are pretty. It's easy to learn, which I appreciate. Because,
fun and good looking.
Yeah, it's a great looking game. Some of those maps, I was like, "This is a sweet looking map."
Yeah. Halo 4 is excellent, by the way, guys. I would say it's definitely way better than the other ones that I've played. Just as an aside.
Well, you were talking about how the game feel was better, which I would definitely agree with.
The guns are more fun to use. There's more stuff going on, and it feels more rewarding. It's more as if you had a little taste of Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think that's very much what it needed because they have new ordnance drops that you can get, which
I like a lot.
Yeah, which
because we used to let's Call of Duty is a game that's overrated, but I got to be honest, I played that game a long time and I always enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think that I would probably say that maybe the Modern Warfare game probably deserved all of the praise it gets.
Yeah,
I don't think that one's overrated.
Yeah, they didn't realize like that. When 2 came around, they knew they had something going.
Yeah,
when 1 happened, they were trying to make something great.
Yeah, I don't think they really. Yeah, I think I would definitely agree. I don't think they really knew quite what they were making at the time.
Yeah,
but even the multiplayer there was good. You know, it was still a very easy to learn game, but it had. And in the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare game, you had 3 kills was your
probably a UAV.
Yeah, UAV. 5 kills was the Predator drone, I think.
Yeah.
And then 7 kills was the attack chopper.
Right.
And that made getting kills rewarding. Although a lot of problem with that, what I've heard from some people say is that it really gave you no incentive to keep kills above 7.
Yeah, but that never came up that much.
Yeah, because you were probably going to die anyway.
Yeah. No one purposely died to start the chain over again that I'm aware of. They could.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's no real penalty for doing so.
Yeah.
But the point is that they kind of included that a little bit in this Halo 4.
Not nearly as much.
No, but I mean,
they have a reward system for doing well because it's not based on kill streaks. Because it overlaps through every single life, or through the entire game. You get points now for certain actions. Okay. And so, maybe you didn't realize exactly how it was working. But because when you die, it doesn't reset. Because you can still be losing and then get ordnance drop.
I did know that. I did notice that.
You get different points for different things. Kills are probably worth maybe 10. Killing while reloading is probably worth 15 if an enemy's reloading. Yeah. Vehicle kills are worth like 20 to 40.
I think if you kill someone while you're reloading, that should be all the points. That's pretty impressive.
But the thing is, it makes
you throw a bullet at someone.
It makes it very easy for newer players who really can't seem to get things going as well, because the ordnance drops are great. Period. They're just good weapons. Yeah, and they're either good weapons or they're good upgrades.
Yeah, and another thing that maybe people don't know is that for the most part, there aren't really any random weapons in Call of Duty on the maps. You really just only have
Halo.
So, yeah, sorry. Duh.
Yeah.
But there aren't really any weapons just lying around on the maps. They're only really the loadouts that you start with, and then the power weapons like the rocket launcher, or the sniper rifle, and stuff like that.
But they're nicely given waypoints now, so people can just find them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more of there might be a complaint that people have is that it's more newbie friendly, but we're getting away from the main point.
Yeah, we really did that.
It's a fun game, guys. If you like Halo, go buy it. Anyway.
Well, yeah, I think if anyone likes Halo, they probably already did.
So I'm going to talk about a game that I think is overrated right now, and I'm going to get all the emails.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're going to talk about. I think I agree with you already. Guys,
a little game came out recently, and I talked about it with my friend d.marx here. There's a reviewer we like named Yahtzee. It's probably his favorite game of all time, or at least that's what he told everyone else. But I feel it gave a lot of popularity to a game called Portal. Yeah. Which is a fine game.
Yeah, here's what like I said before. Portal is by all accounts a great game. Very very simple. The game itself does not overstay its welcome. Controls are super tight, and the concept behind it is very very solid. There's nothing to hate there.
Well thought of, and then well executed.
Exactly. It was pretty much perfect. But we talked about this last week a little bit. Is that it's the stupid people who take it too far and make it an overrated game.
Guys, the game did nothing to hurt you.
No.
Well, what happened was I have to go on Reddit, and every single day there's some new post about Portal, and I don't get it. Portal 2 came out 2 years ago. I shouldn't have to hear about that anymore.
Guys, I'm checking the charts. I know that the cake is a lie. I know you all loved I know you all love your weighted companion cubes, but get over it.
Dude, we're curmudgeon sons lately, but really, guys, get over it. Like the fans have made this game something ridiculous because it's a good game.
No, but like I said, it's a great game. But then it turned into a cultural phenomenon. Phenomenon.
And I don't know why.
I really don't understand.
Guys, the jokes aren't that funny. Period. The jokes are whatever. You've heard the first time, you're like, you weren't like, oh, God.
No, I don't understand why, like...
We have friends who like this game, and that's fine.
I don't understand why a game like Half-Life doesn't get as much praise. Because
Half-Life's a billion times better.
Yeah, it's like, here's a really solid story and great writing and stuff. Also, the gameplay is super great.
Gameplay still stands up.
Yeah, and then you're just like, oh, but Portal, you got your turrets, and they're gonna wonder things.
I don't know. I think it's because I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because nerds know that if they mention it around other nerds, that they're going to be liked.
Do you think it's kind of like a mating call?
Mating call, yeah. And, like, guys, don't get me wrong, it's a great game, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we already said that.
But, let's just...
Oh, can I say one thing really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about Yahtzee a little bit, and this is once again going off on a tangent.
We should, let's talk about that. About the thing I talked about to you on the email. Remember?
No, I don't.
You'll remember when we do it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I totally do now. But that's not what I was going to address.
I know.
This episode's going to be called Off Tangent.
Let's not call it that.
But okay, so Yahtzee did a review of Portal 2. He did, and BioShock 2, because they came out the same year.
Oh, guys, I know exactly where he's going with this.
Yeah, so...
I totally agree with this.
Yeah, and I know a lot...
This really would go great in the next segment, though.
Okay, do you want me to save it?
Let's save it, guys. We're going to give you a little song, a little break, and our energy will be tenfold when we come back.
Some people call it Sunsfold.
Guys. I'm just not saying guys. Men.
Girls.
Gentlemen and ladies.
Listeners.
Children of all ages. That's right. We're forming the Sun's Funny Word Circus. Featuring elephants.
Clins.
Acrobats.
Chipiz.
Titweers.
Juglers.
Lins.
Canonars.
Lintimers. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that.
Zebras.
Zebras is how you pronounce it if you live in New Zealand.
Zealand.
New Zealand. Nolans.
The Funny Word Circuit's going on tour through New Zealand, Australia, and...
Take a good look for the big tip.
Okay. Guys. Welcome back to the show. So we talked about in the earlier part...
Let's not even leave him hanging.
Let's go right into it, Tom.
Guys...
Let's not stop...
No.
Just hold on. Let's not stop until we've beaten the dead horse.
Dude, can I stop you? Let's never stop doing this segment until we're done with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No more delays. Let's just get right to it. You understand?
Guys, you can't see it again, but I'm
I'll take as
still
long
not.
as I have to explain to you that we're not going to stop. Ever.
Tom, don't ever stop explaining how we are not going to stop.
Dude! I'm not going to stop.
Great.
Guys, I need to have a serious talk with you again.
Guys, sit on your old Uncle D.marx's knee here.
You got that rocking chair. You got that fireplace.
You got that corncob pipe.
Serious talk, guys. We have an internet culture of hate towards video games.
Do we have that?
Yes.
Oh.
Guys, I'm tired of the internet being a place where people just hate blanketly. There's a lot of forums, a lot of reviewers who have to default at hating.
Yeah.
And specifically, I want to talk about my good, non-real personal friend, Yahtzee Croshaw.
Yeah, I think it's almost expected in this day and age that like, in order to have any kind of credibility, you have to immediately just have a blanket distaste for things.
Guys, Yahtzee is one of our favorite things to watch every week.
He's comedic.
We like his videos. We've always watched him. And the thing is, when his beginning videos, he's a video game fan. He wants the stuff to do good. He wants to celebrate things that are great. Hence why he likes Portal so much, because that's one of his earlier reviews.
Yeah.
But if Portal had come out now, he would have started on hating it, and he maybe would have gotten to, yeah, I got through it, and that would have been it. He has to now kind of he looks for things to hate
No,
so that he can make fun of.
I think he's backed himself almost into a corner.
He has to be a cartoon character.
Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. Excellent
and it's
job.
a shame, because that's where a lot of reviewers are now, the popular reviewers are now.
Yeah.
Because that's what people want to watch, is people hating things. Especially the internet wants to watch it.
Unlike your SonsOfVidya, who are bringing you the truths.
Guys, the Sons are lovers of games.
No, we don't. We may take a game to task, but that's only because we love games so much.
It is hard to find a game that I will not have fun with. There are games that are bad, but I still have fun with them.
Yeah, because Tom and I have the rare quality of, if there's one thing about a game that's good and or fun, we're going to be able to key on that like nobody's business.
We have this weird thing called not being jerks, too. We have a weird thing called that. And so, guys, I'm not saying our reviews are the best, because we've never done them. But they would be, because we don't just hate blanketly. And the point of what I'm saying is, I want us to get back to a place where we could just enjoy games again. All right?
Yeah, I think
I'm not going to critique Yahtzee. Yahtzee's a cool dude, but I just wish he would just be. I wish we didn't back him into that corner, like you said.
Yeah, I think it's everyone's fault. Because don't get me wrong,
Not my fault.
don't get me wrong. In the very beginning, when you heard some of Yahtzee's earlier like really scathing criticisms about bad games,
It meant something.
he does it in a creative way that you're like, it's funny, because he really apparently does not like that game. And that is very, and people are attracted to that more than the reviews where he's like, oh, well, I absolutely love this game. Best Yahtzee Girl Song impression you ever heard, by the way.
That was one of the worst. He has never done a game he likes recently. The one I remember the most recently was Fallout 3.
Yeah, the one that he liked.
Yeah, because he was like, that's pretty good. And that's the last one I remember.
That was 4 years ago.
It's not like he's picking out games that are bad. It is every game he gets. And that's the thing. Like, people trust his reviews.
Yeah.
Because they used to be so legit, but they have yet to come to this conclusion that he's not really being himself.
And keying off of something that we said earlier, I think the reason that Tom and I are kind of growing a little disenfranchised with Yahtzee is just because it's almost like he refuses to find anything good about a game.
Because nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah, exactly. Because, even
if he finds something, he doesn't pay attention to it. He tries to lower it down.
Because here's the deal, guys. We talked about in the first segment we did a LAN of Halo 4 yesterday. If every match I had died like 0 to 20 and like not done like well at all, I'd still be able to look back and say, well, I had fun times in that car.
Yeah.
I had fun times driving around and being a goof.
There's a difference between a bad game and a game you are bad at, or a game that has a bad story, or a game that has bad something. Like I said before...
Oh, I think he liked Dishonored. Or he said like that was passable.
I don't remember exactly, but the point is, guys,
sorry,
if you read a book, guys...
Tom, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there before.
Let's just keep going.
Tom,
no
I'm sorry.
No
I just want you to know that I apologize for cutting you off.
I apologize with all my heart.
Never going to stop apologizing. Except for right now. Go on.
Guys, I said this to d.marx.
To d.marx.
But if you read a book, right, and you didn't like the plot of the book or the way the book ended, you wouldn't say it was poorly written. You'd say, I didn't like the way that story went.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if a game doesn't have a story you like, it doesn't mean the game is bad. For instance, if you were to play a Black Ops, which has a story you might find sort of generic or bland, you wouldn't say the game was bad. You'd say, I didn't care for the generic or bland story.
Yeah, because it's not like the gameplay there is solid. I know, I played Black Ops.
Yeah. If you want to just say, oh, I don't care for this genre anymore, that's fine, but that doesn't mean the game is poor.
And don't get me wrong, Yahtzee's always waved the banner on storytelling in games and how that's an important thing. But like, you're absolutely right. He does blur the line between game. Sorry, let me restart that. He does associate bad story with bad gameplay, which is totally wrong.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of games with some pretty weak stories.
Yeah, because we played through Battlefield 3's story, and that was, pretty much... It was almost a carbon copy off of a Modern Warfare game.
Had some moments,
campaign.
and it was okay executed, but it still was generic.
Yeah, and I'm not coming. The thing is, I'm not coming to those games for. It's like trying to compare Rambo to Citizen Kane. I'm not coming to Citizen Kane to watch the gunfights. I'm not coming to Rambo for Citizen Kane. I enjoy Rambo because Rambo's sweet and it's got cool guns, and Sylvester Stallone really does not like those Vietnamese people.
And he likes Citizen Kane because of sweet guns.
Yeah, sweet guns, and Charles Foster Kane really does not like those Vietnamese people.
And
wait, I don't remember Citizen Kane.
He enjoys smoke,
Yeah.
Enjoys a joke.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't get a bit upset if he was really broke.
Well, that's, actually, no, and that... Yeah.
I bet you 5 you're not alive if you don't know his name.
Okay.
Actually,
I think in that movie he did actually get upset when he was broke. That was actually a big part of that thing. But regardless...
I didn't make the song, alright?
I'm just saying, regardless, it's just another one of those things that I don't understand why people are so... Alright, because here's a good example. Yeah, a game that Yahtzee does love a lot, and it's a great game, he's every right to love it, is the Uncharted series.
Right.
But everyone and their mothers agrees that Uncharted storylines are just like Indiana Jones like copies. Yeah, they're interesting stories from like the historical perspective aspects, but like so many like plot elements and things are stuff you saw from coming like a mile away, and it's not like it's particularly good story writing at all, but they're competent stories and they go along with what is being played. But Yahtzee loves those games, but he trashes all over a game like Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2 or something like that. Even though I would say that they largely would fall in the same kind of pool.
Guys, I'm not a Call of Duty fanboy, but my reaction was specifically to his most recent Black Ops 2 thing, which I've never played yet. And I
still want to play Black Ops 2.
I bet you I'd like it, and I want to get across that it's not because I'm a fanboy of certain games, because I don't know if it's good. If it was really bad, I would say it's really bad, and I take it back. But the thing is, the internet now starts at hating things.
Yeah,
there's too many forums where there's just blanket hate.
It goes against.
And it's not about playing the game; it's just about hating games.
It goes against our very, I feel, ingrained American concept of innocent until proven guilty. I think most gamers assume that games are guilty until they're proved innocent.
It's not true.
Yeah.
I mean, you can listen to a developer. If you like developers, you could believe that they made a game that you like, so that you'll probably like it. The next one.
Because Yahtzee doesn't really like Borderlands all that much. Yahtzee and I love that game, and it's because he's almost purposely not experiencing it the way that most of the developers want it to be experienced,
which is ridiculous. Because how could you be like, the way I play things, I didn't like this, so that means it's a bad game. Doesn't mean it's a bad game. It means you weren't willing to do what was intended.
Yeah, Tom C and I love Borderlands.
If I said, man, cars blow because you have to push them everywhere. This is ridiculous. Who would ever like these cars? You put all this gas in it, and then it doesn't do anything, and you have to push it. What's the deal? Nobody should buy a car.
What's the deal with these pushing cars?
You just gotta push them everywhere.
Come on.
Every car from now on gets a 0 out of 10. Because they still have to push them.
Yeah, you gotta push those cars. But it's just... And then the thing... And then... like I said, guys... We like Yahtzee. We're not trying to start anything. We're not trying to pick fights here.
No. We love Yahtzee. We're going to keep watching Yahtzee.
That's not what the Sons do.
But the point you were going to bring up earlier...
We don't pick fights. We pick noses.
The point you're going to bring up earlier was one that I had a huge problem with, and you had a huge problem with.
Yeah, I forgot I was going to say
And I'm going to steal it from you and say it right now.
That's not all right, because I was going to say it, and it's one I brought up to you.
It's in your chamber, so I'm going to let you have it.
Thank you. So I talked with this about a few people, and they didn't necessarily disagree with me, but I hold them to be not as, honestly, as informed about I am, so I kind of just,
Could you make that any more vague, or...?
I'm just saying. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. So, I guess was it last year?
Once
no,
again,
2 years ago.
We love Yahtzee.
Yeah, once again, we love Yahtzee. 2 years ago, he did, like, an end-of-year review thing.
I'm still mad about this.
Top 5 best games, top 5 worst games. Number 1 best game, Portal 2.
I don't know if that's right. Is that right?
It sure is.
100% right?
Yes.
I don't know about that. I think it was something else was number 1.
No.
Yeah, it was Just Cause 2.
No, that's certainly wrong.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Dude, stop. Hold on. Stop it. Stop the thing.
Because it wasn't the same.
Stop the thing. We're gonna look this up, guys.
Put
Hold
like
on.
a needle scratch noise right here, guys. Hold on.
Guys, thanks for waiting. So we were totally wrong.
I wasn't totally wrong. I was right.
Well, okay. We were wrong about a few things, though.
Well, the point is, his point was that Bioshock 2 was on the top 5 worst games of 2010.
Yeah, that's what we said it was.
Whereas Portal 2 was one of his favorite games of whatever year that came out. It wasn't the same year.
And the criticism that he gave to Bioshock 2, which made me want to split my head open, was that it was a sequel that did not need to be made, and he felt that alone made it a bad game. Oh, pretty much that was almost his entire argument. That since it was a game that did not need to be made, it was a bad game.
Because he started off at that point. He started off with Bioshock 2 is a game that continues on to a series that did not need to be a series.
Yeah.
Because Bioshock 1 was a perfect game, and he's right.
But then he goes on to Portal 2 and proceeds to lust upon it. Because he was like, oh, Portal 2 is a great game, blah, 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 etc., etc. But to me, it's the exact same thing. It's another game. It was another sequel that didn't need to be made. And a lot of people said, yeah, well, Portal 2 added a lot of elements. It doesn't matter. It was still a sequel that didn't need to be made. And the fact that you just shit all over it... Yeah, I said the S word.
The point is not that he's right or wrong, because Bioshock 2 isn't as good as Bioshock 1. That I'll give him. Portal 2 might be a better game than Bioshock 2. But the point is, he's not consistent with that. And that bothered us. Because Bioshock 2 should have given him a little bit of credit, because it's an okay game.
Yeah, I mean, compared to some of the other schlock that gets released,
it wasn't top 5 worst of the year.
It was a great game,
and that always bothered us. And I think the point is, he just wanted to hate on it, and so now everyone on Earth says, "Oh, Bioshock 2, disgusting." They all hate it.
Yeah, and people just have so much hate for it, and I don't. Ugh.
Bioshock 2 is a great game, guys. It was a sequel that didn't need to be made, but that doesn't make it a bad game.
There's no question about it, but there was still all the things there. I liked the game.
It added some neat things to it. It really did.
Yeah, it gave you more stuff.
You okay over there?
I don't know what I was going to... I gave you just a little more closure, I guess. The point is, it was still entertaining.
The point is, it stinks that game had to be given that kind of reception because of essentially that review. Maybe I'm wrong to assume that Yahtzee really controls this much power in the fan community of what games people will like or dislike, but I believe that he does.
But the thing about Yahtzee is that like even non-gamers know who he is and watch his stuff.
Yeah, and that's fine because he's a funny guy. He makes great
He's
stuff.
Creative. There's no question about it.
My problem is not Yahtzee. My problem is that people now have to be hateful. Because how many people online get cred, quote unquote, mad props, because they're the angry video game guy, or the irate video game guy, or the hateful video game guy, and they have video series that are popular because people like watching dudes rage about stuff.
No, and we'll go to a good example of how people are not always doing that with Egoraptor. His sequelitis videos. The first one he did, he like tore apart Castlevania 2 because he said it was a bad game, blah blah blah, etc. But then he made a video about a sequel that he actually liked and why it was good and stuff like that. It was a very popular video,
and that's what the internet needs.
Yeah, it needs that positive influence.
Although it doesn't need circle jerk like, Portal 1's a great game because of this. I'm glad he did a video game. He did what, X?
Yeah, he did Mega Man Original, Mega Man X.
Which, that's fine. I mean, it's a game that's pretty popular, but the point is, it was nice to see some love instead of him hating every single video.
No,
which could have gotten him a lot... people would have liked to watch that too, and that's the problem.
Guys, because it's 100% true. You get what you give. And if you put a lot of hate on the internet, the only thing you're ever going to get is hate out.
Guys, the Sons...
Blood in, blood out, I always say.
...are a unique and mighty...
That does not apply here, but sorry.
...entity. The Sons are above all others.
We're a titanic entity, I would say.
Guys, what we stand for is justice, first of all. Our highest priority is justice, right?
Once again, I'm nodding my head in approval.
Second, righteousness, which we can all agree is really important.
Yeah, righteousness is pretty good.
And third, ultimate grand glory. Period.
Oh yeah.
We call this
if you can't have ultimate grand glory, what's even the point?
The point is, and since the internet, stands for hate and pure meanness,
Meanies we call them.
people who get on our side are going to be the glorious, loving,
glorious, righteous,
good
justice people.
Yeah, guys, because we're here. We're never going to just hate on things because they're popular to hate.
No, absolutely.
That's
not.
ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. We're not.
I'll wave the flag on games that I like until the day I die. I don't care.
We're gonna sit here and tell you Rumble Rose is a good game.
Yeah.
Even though nobody would ever play that game.
You like chicks, and that's a great game for you, my friend.
But guys, we didn't start off hating the game because it played bad. We found something good about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying
We found two things that were good about it, if you know what I'm saying.
He's saying two, but I'm thinking like four-legged million.
The joke there is boobs.
Oh, right. They have more than just boobs, though.
I'm just saying.
The point is...
It's a joke. Just let it go. Let's just move on.
I'm just saying, guys. That's not how we operate, and I hope you don't either. I hope you give things a chance that you want to try out. Like, if you liked Just Cause 2 and you want to try its sequel, Just Cause 1, don't let anyone tells you, like, defer you from it. Still try it out, even if people say it's bad.
Yeah, guys. I heard a lot of people say that Metro 23 was an okay game. I would say it was a great game. I would say it's far beyond okay.
One of our probably favorite games of this year.
I was like, boy, this game is sweet.
Yeah, I've heard someone there was like, it's a mediocre first-person shooter. I'm like, it absolutely is not a mediocre first-person shooter.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
did you even look at the game once? Guys, don't believe everything that you read. Don't believe everything that's told to you. Get out there and try things. All right?
Yeah, guys. We only say these because we want because a lot of this rage, a lot of this hate, really detracts from I feel like from the medium being taken seriously.
Absolutely.
Because people they go onto the internet forums, they see all the caps locks and lack of punctuation about how Portal is the best game ever, how BioShock 2 is the worst game ever made and stuff like that. They're like, oh, well, clearly people who like video games are a bunch of stupid babies who don't know how to articulate their opinions. Of course video games are for stupid babies.
And these people who are typing in all caps aren't stupid babies. What they are people who want attention, and the people who want people to read them and like them. So they're saying things that are negative because they want more friends.
Yeah,
to whatever.
They want people to be like, oh, that guy's on the edge.
Because he wants to be the part of the hive mind. He wants to be part of a group. Guys, I've said it before. Don't try and be part of a group. Because everyone on Earth wants to be part of a group. Try and be unique. Try and be yourself and be a part of our group.
Exactly. The Suns group.
But the point I'm trying to bring here is... I forgot it.
Don't hate, articulate.
No. Okay, no. What I was going to say was... Well, thank you. What I was going to say is... a lot of people who are new might say... The Suns say this because they're constantly getting hate on. They're being hated on. They're a hated group, so they hate haters. Guys...
We do hate haters.
We do hate haters, but the thing is, knock on wood, most of the people who have listened to our stuff are very positive about us.
We've gotten surprisingly little negative feedback.
We really don't get that much negative feedback, and I think it's because we try and bring positivity out there.
We look at both sides of the coin, is what we do.
We don't put hate out. We try and be positive, and we try and be kind.
No, every time that we say we don't like something, for whatever reason, we always really go. I always feel like we go really in depth about why it's not good.
We try. We don't just blanketly hate things, and that's why why we as a community of people who like us, we don't have that much hate involved. We don't put ourselves in a place where we should be hated on, and that's how it should be.
Yeah,
and that's
we're always just trying to just I don't know.
Because even if people don't like something about what we do, they at least know that we will treat them with respect, and so they treat us with respect. And that's how people should act towards video games.
In general. We're just trying to say, take back some of that hate.
Try and relax.
Put forward some of that not hate.
Don't be
whatever that's called. I don't know.
Don't be the hateful guy on the internet. Be the guy who has reason and sense. Be an evolved human being when it comes to using the internet. Is that safe to say?
Yeah. I think that's important.
I think that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. Don't miss us too much, okay?
Guys.
We give you that dose of reason and justice, righteousness, and ultimate glory. The three tenets.
Yeah, of course. Naturally.
And so, what we want you to do is go look at some of our stuff.
Yeah.
Get your fill elsewhere.
Yeah, go on the YouTube channel. That's a great thing.
Go read the blog, which is never updated.
I'm working on it.
You got any personal questions you want us to answer? Email us.
Emails.
You're having problems with your dad, with your girlfriend, with your girlfriend's dad.
Your dad's girlfriend.
Dad's girlfriend. Come email us about us. I'll answer any questions. How much does blank cost? I'll answer that.
What kind of car should I get if I have a family of 4?
I'm wearing red shoes. What kind of shirt should I wear? Great question.
Where should I take Tammy on the local date?
We'll answer any question.
Maybe not well, but we'll give it our darndest try.
Because we're triers, not friars.
Yeah, of course.
Guys,
put that on a t-shirt. I like that.
Friars, not whatever.
Triers, not friars.
Don't worry. Just email us. We're always here to talk to you. I had a conversation with a listener recently. I'm going to shout him out on the internet right now.
The internet.
Because I was so jazzed, because one day he just chose to talk to me all day. And I was very happy about it. He's a very positive young man.
Is it Mustardman?
Not Mustard Man. I love Mustard Man. Still doing great. It was my boy, I'm looking through the emails here, Calvin Gilmore. You rock. Nicely done.
Great job, Calvin.
Calvin's a great name. Let's call him Cal Gill.
Absolutely, we're going to do that.
Cal Gill is my new favorite guy. But, guys...
Dude, remember my one guy from Soul Calibur 3, Calagel?
He was a good creative character, guys.
Guys...
Since we
said create a character, that means it's time for only one thing. That's right. It's time for Speed Reviews. Tom, this is the top 10 games developed by Square.
Also known as Squaresoft or Square Enix.
Cruise Chaser Blasty.
Cruise Chaser Blasty is a fun name. If you ever thought about naming your dog Blasty, don't stop. Because Cruise Chaser Blasty is the game for you. 10 out of 10. Seiken Denetsu 3, also known as Secret of Mana.
Secret of Seiken Denetsu is a game where you have to find the secret of the Seiken Denetsu, and you're the only one capable of doing it because I can't read Japanese, so you're going to have to do it for me. Gets a 3 out of 10. Super Mario RPG 11 Silver Stars. Super
Mario RPG is a game where Mario stops messing around. He gets a rocket propelled grenade and he kills that effing turtle once and for all. 10 out of 10. Final Fantasy 10.
Final Fantasy 10, you take a nap and then you travel into your own dream, but then you get really tired, so you take a nap in your dream nap, and then it's a constantly circle nap dreaming worlds. Gets a 9 out of 10. Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is a game where you're playing as Disney Man, and you're driving to Disneyland with your family, and you're going to have a great time, but I hate it. It's a 1 out of 10. Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 1 is ironically not the Final Fantasy, despite what is said on the title. There are actually many more fantasies to come after this one, so it gets a 1 out of 10 for lying. Chrono Trigger. Chrono
Trigger is a game in which a gun has a trigger that sends people back in time, and all the hijinks that gets caught up with that. 5 out of 10. Final Fantasy 6.
Clowns. Gets 5 out of 10. Final Fantasy Tactics.
Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my favorite games of all time. Play it for the PSP because that's the best version of it. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. 10 out of 10. Final Fantasy 7.
Nothing to hate here. This is a game that people really hate a lot of for no reason. It gets 10 out of 10 as far as I'm concerned. Great game.
Did it!
Guys, we'll see you next week.
See you later.